Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to hide unsightly wires from your TV or entertainment system inside your wall so you get that nice clean look. Always practice safety when performing things like this. We're going to be working on electrical, so you have to make sure the breaker is shut off, and also if you're at all uncomfortable with doing any kind of electrical work, you're going to have to hire a licensed electrician to do something like this. So here's what you're gonna need. Recessed TV box, single brush wall plate. Something to cut your wall. Either an oscillating saw like so, or a manual saw like this to cut the drywall. Tape measure, screwdriver, stud finder, AC voltage detector, wire nuts, some Romex wire cutters and wire stripper, and a low voltage wall plate holder. So I've never done this before, so I don't know really what exactly to expect, so you're going to be kind of taking this ride with me. But my plan is to use this recessed TV box kit that I just bought at Home Depot, and what it has is one side is one of these brushed low voltage outlet covers, which is like this one right here. And on the side of it, it has an outlet. And at the bottom, this is for me to stick the low voltage cables inside of, and then run up the wall, which will then come out of this one that's going to be hidden behind the TV. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so this is what we're working with. Here's our regular 120 volt receptacle. This is where we're going to be tapping into running power up the wall to our new box that's going to be mounted behind the TV. This is a coaxial cable. This just runs right to the cable box, which already drops below the entertainment system, so we don't have to worry about that. But we also have the HDMI cable that runs from the TV to the cable box, so that's going to have to go through the wall, which is going to go through the low voltage side that has the brushed cover. And we also have this Cat 6 Ethernet cable that runs from my router node over here up into the TV. Check out behind the TV. So behind here is the TV bracket that's mounted on the wall, and this is going to be the important part here. You're going to know where the studs are. We have a stud finder, which I'm going to show you how we find the studs with that next, but we already know that we have studs here because when I mounted the TV mount to the wall, I had to mount it to studs. So I know that there's a stud going through the wall right here. So the receptacle down below is to the right of that stud. So we have to make sure that the new box goes to the right of the stud, because we need to run the wire up that same wall cavity that the receptacle is in. Alright, so let's open up the Legrand recessed TV box kit. I've never used one of these before, never bought one of these before. I have no idea what's inside of it besides what the box said. So let's see what we got. Okay, so here's our electrical box. It's going to house the receptacle. So this is the recessed box that holds everything. This is what you're going to see behind the TV. So our electrical box must mount to that somehow. These look like covers at the top there, because you're going to have to screw this and mount this to your wall with these screws here, so you're going to want to cover those up. That's what these are for. We have the receptacle that it came with. It's a surge protective receptacle, which that's a great thing because you should always have your sensitive electronics like a TV connected to some sort of surge suppression system. So we get that. This is the brush cover. So this is going to go into this hole there. And it comes with the wall plate as well. So this is actually a really good kit. Comes with everything that you need on the TV side. So this is everything you need behind the TV. Below the TV, to run the cables up to, you're gonna need something at minimum like this. So this is just a single brush wall plate that I got at Home Depot too. I got it like in like the next bay over from where this was located. Let's open this up and see what we got. Tear that open, baby. Alright, instructions. You don't need those. We got screws. And this is the wall plate. So, as you can see, this is just a plain wall plate. You can't just mount this to the wall. There'd be nothing for it to like hold on to. You know what I'm saying? That's where this bad boy comes in. So this is not as heavy duty as an actual electrical box, but it doesn't have to be because you're not putting any high voltage wire inside of it. Basically, all it's there for is for something like a wall plate like this to mount to. So this will go into the wall. This will clamp on to the inside of the wall and tighten it up to the wall. And then our wall plate can screw onto this through the back here. See that? And that's it. So this is for the bottom. This stuff is for the top. Alright, before starting any work, you need to check and make sure that there's no power going to the receptacle still. Now we turn off the breaker, but it's always a good practice to check and make sure. I have this voltage checker here, and what the hell? I know there's no power going there. I had stuff plugged in, but apparently this thing likes to beep. Apparently it likes to beep when you bang it, so. But anyway, there's no power going here. If there was, it would be beeping like crazy and it would be on high. So I know we're good. What I'm gonna do first is my screwdriver. I take this wall plate off of the receptacle. I want to get a better look at what I'm working with in here. So here's our receptacle, and we'll pull that out as well. When I get into this wall, I'm going to have to see what the wire looks like. I get some power coming in from the basement, and then I have two power wires coming that are connected to this in series, then running back up into the wall up top. So it'll probably to the second floor. I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. So what I might have to do, instead of tying power in over here at the bottom, I might just be able to grab my power higher up into the wall from one of these other Romex cables that are running up into the wall. So we'll see. This is the kind of stuff that you run into when you're opening up a wall or opening up a receptacle box in a house that you didn't build. You kind of run into surprises, so kind of comes with the territory. We're gonna go ahead and find a spot for the low voltage cables to run through. So let's double check with our stud finder to make sure that we have hollow wall over here. Alright. So here's our stud, which is the one that I showed you earlier. And I move over to the right, and this is all hollow wall over here. Up until about this point here. So what I'm going to do is keep this new box at the same height as the old one. That way everything looks uniform. I want these three to be in line with each other. And great. It's insulation in there. So this is gonna make the wires a lot harder to run through the wall. I'm kind of surprised that there's insulation in because this is not an external wall, but this house was built in 2017, so it must be part of the code because this wall does, the other side of this wall is the basement, so that's probably why there's the insulation there. So it's gonna just be a little bit more tricky to run the cables through there, but we'll get it done. At this point, we can test fit the box holder. There we go. All right, fits like a glove. Oh my gosh. So that's the corner of my stairs. Great. Or we're just shifted it over a little bit more, we'll be fine. Because this is there, I'm just gonna go, I need about another 3/8 of an inch. If I go lower, then I should be able to clear that. So that's what I'm gonna do. Instead of cutting into this framing work there. Hopefully this works. Okay, so that's gonna work. Box is mounted in there. This is the wire that I'm going to be needing. And there's the receptacle installed in the wall. So now all we have to do is install this brush cover, run the cables down the wall, install the faceplate, these trim covers, and put the TV back. We'll be good to go. Man, this gave me a run for my money. Alright, because the insulation is in this wall, it makes it 100 times more difficult to run wire from one place to another. So I had to go get my wire snake or my wire puller, which I got right here, and I finally got it through here and cut out the bottom. It's still hard to push this through the insulation just to get it in one hole and out the other. I ended up taking this box cover off just to make it easier, because with this in there, it'll interfere with this. So we'll put this back on once I get the wire through there. Alright, so this is good. I'm going to go ahead and pull it through. So finally we get the wires through, and I hope if you do this, it goes a lot easier for you than it did for me. So now I'm gonna go ahead and stick that cord through this little brush cover and pop it into place. Okay, simple as that. So these we can push in or pull out as much as we need. And I'm going to put the faceplate on the receptacle. So what do you think? Not too shabby? There you go. That's what it takes to hide the wires behind the wall for your TV and entertainment system. Hopefully for you, you don't run into the same issues that I did. If you have a hollow wall behind there, it's going to be really easy, really streamlined process. However, if you run into some insulation, just have some patience and use a wire puller to feed the cord through the wall. So anyway, that's all, and I really appreciate you sticking to the end of this video. If you could, I'd appreciate it if you click like and also subscribe to the channel, because I'll have a lot more useful videos just like this one coming up. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.